We'll wait for 5 minutes, like 4 till 4, 5, and then we can start.
Yeah, we'll start by 4:04.
Yeah.
So by 4:04, we'll have this.
Hi, Bhargavi. Hi, Samina. Hi, Neha. Aishwarya.
Hi,
Hi.
Almas.
Good to have you all on time. And sorry to keep you all waiting.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 62 of Friday Fleet. And as we committed to every Friday, there is one new topic, new speaker, and today we have Almas with us, and our topic is what success really mean to you. So before moving to the topic and the introduction of the speaker, I would like to invite Sunita for the opening remarks. Over to you, Sunita.
Thank you, Gunjan. Uh, a warm welcome to all of you who are joining in for our 63rd episode. So let me just give you a brief on what Friday Fleet is. A Friday Fleet is a community of good professional women, and it is a brainchild of Dr. Rajkumar Adhukia, which has been taken forward by our founders, Kalpana Thakur, as well as Poonam Pathak. And the endeavor that we have is that we bring across uh, topics which concern working women in their professional capacities as well as for their personal development. So, which will enhance their professional working and contributions as well. So, today's speaker is Almas, and the topic that she's going to talk about is success. So, each one of us has our own definitions and our own association with success as to what will uh, be a criteria for us to say that we are successful in lives. So each one would be different in their roles and responsibilities as to uh, how we align success to ourselves. And Almas is going to help us understand that what whether we our definitions are empowering us or are taking us back, right? So that is also an understanding that we are going to get. Without further ado, I'm going to ask Gunjan to actually take this virtual podium and introduce our speaker.
Thanks, Sunita. And I'm also being feeling honored to introduce our speaker, Almas Ajani. She is a seasoned vocal communication and mindset coach who helps individuals break through professional stagnation and emotional inertia. Recognized for her ability to transform thought patterns and communication style, Alma supports professionals, students, and entrepreneurs in aligning their passion with purpose. Through her coaching, clients learn to harness emotional intelligence and express themselves powerfully and evolve beyond limiting beliefs. She is the founder of Butterfly Evolution and also worked as a life skills and creativity coach in Touching Life Welfare Trust. And today's topic is very important for all of us to go back and think what does success really mean to you? Is it money, a fancy title, freedom of time, peace of mind, or a sense of purpose? So, success looks different to each of us, but most people, including us, are chasing someone else's definition. And the best part is, today we will understand the real definition of the same and much more in this session. So I'm look forward to this session. Over to you, Almas, and take this session forward.
Thank you so much, Kunchan. Thank you for the lovely words and the beautiful introduction. I'm actually honored to be part of this group and to be taking this session the second time on this group. Thanks, Sunita. I really cherished the last interaction I had with the group. And so here I am today again in an attempt to see if we can brainstorm together. I won't say that I know it all and I'm going to teach you what is the definition of success, because what I believe is, what I strongly believe is, there is no one definition of success. Just a moment. Okay. We are just going to, this is one attempt, our first attempt to sort of unpeel a few definitions and check if our definitions of success, what the world says about success, what we know about success, does it align to our reality? And mind you, I'm saying our reality. Okay, because most often or not, what we do is we consider all that is happening in our surroundings, in our environment as reality. But is that our reality? Does it align with our reality, our definition? And the most important thing is being prepared not to box anything in one particular definition. Okay, so today's session objectives would be to revisit some of the success definitions to see if it aligns with reality and refrain from boxing it from success. Now, first things first, Gunjan has already introduced me and she's given a good hearty, welcome with a detailed introduction. What I would like you to do is, if you can hear and see me clearly and see the presentation, if you can type clear in the chat box. I would really urge the team here to be participative. It's not going to be a monologue like I'm talking. If it's a monologue and if you're just listening, then this is not going to be a successful session. So I want you to participate with all your senses. And when I say that, it's like chatting, putting your views in the chat box, talking when the mic is on, also registering whatever is being talked about. When something is being said and we have the ability to reflect about whatever is said with our personal life through some of the examples or through some of the incidents or some of the things that we have gone through, that will bring about a real understanding of the subject matter. And also, we will be successful in actually understanding what is success and trying to see that we do not box ourselves. So, in the chat box, if I can get some clarity as to you can hear and see me clearly, see the chat, see the presentation also clearly. Thanks, Bhargavi. Thanks, Kunjan, for confirmation. Neha, Vijay. Okay. So while everybody has heard my introduction, I would also want to have your introduction. While I have the names, can you type from which city you are? From which city you are? So 3 questions basically. Which city are you from? Do you think you are successful? Which city? And do you think yes, no, maybe, I'm not sure? Thanks for the lovely participation. But I would really want you to tell me the answers so that we can move ahead. Sunita from Noida, 50-50. So that's like a maybe. Bhargavi says, yes, she is successful. Very good, Bhargavi. Komal from Ahmedabad. Komal, so do you feel you're successful? Yes, no, maybe. Gunjan also from Noida. Shilpa says no, she feels she's not successful. Aishwarya from Gandhinagar, I'm not sure. I feel there's still a lot to achieve. I hear you, Gunjan. Sorry, Aishwarya. Okay, so Nidhi, we are discussing success and what does success mean to various definitions of success. And in our attempt to know each other better, we're just trying to see what does success mean to us and are we successful? Do you think you're successful, Nidhi? Where are you from and do you think you're successful? Suman from Patiala says she is successful. Yes. Kavita from Mumbai, taking baby steps towards success. Komal not fully satisfied. Dhruvi, maybe. So every one of us, when I said, are you successful? We thought about success as some definition. Success as something that we know of earlier, something to do with whatever is happening in our life and where we are. And then we've defined ourselves or described ourselves at a certain level, whether we are successful, not successful, maybe 50-50, getting there, taking baby steps. Are these your definitions? Or because of some conditioning, you are thinking you are successful or not successful? Who are you comparing yourself, your success or not success or on the path to? And while you may not want to answer everything, I still want you to reflect on each and every question. If you think that you are successful, why do you think you're successful? You must have thought about something and said, okay, I'm successful. Or something that tells you, no, I am taking baby steps, I'm not yet there. And there is a lot of path to cross. So when you are doing that, what are you doing? Are you talking about, a definition that you resonate with, some life incident that is happening with you at the moment, and that is why you're putting yourself in that box of you're not successful? What is it? So while Gunjan has given and Sunita, both of them have introduced me earlier and today as well, I would like to talk about myself. So I'm the eldest of the three daughters. From the maternal and paternal side, the most loved child because the first child of the house, most pampered, but as at the same time, somebody who was made to feel responsible for everything because being the eldest sister in the family had the responsibility of taking care of everybody. So younger five siblings from the family was always, in that protective mode, but at the same time was always and always made sure that I know how to handle my house chores. I'm a good student. I'm an obedient one. I know how to deal with things in school, college, growing up professionally, voluntary service may I was involved. So everybody used to feel that, she's a very good child. She's going to be successful in life. Once she gets married, the family is going to be very happy. They're going to be very lucky. So that was the notion that she's going to be successful. So I wanted to become a doctor. I did not manage to get good percentage and so couldn't get admission in the college that I wanted. I then tried for admission in other cities. Again, for some reason or the other, I didn't manage to get admission. Where I got admission also, I did not like the city. Something happened and I could not. So there my world came crashing down because mujhe to doctor banna tha. And here I am not successful because I can't become a doctor now. I gave up studies for a year, then rejoined to take up statistics and computer software engineering. Just to realize when I wanted to get a job, I did not get a job in the computer department of the hotel industry. I worked with Taj for 11 years in many different departments. Got a lot of growth in the sense of promotions and all. But I did not manage to get into the computer department so that I could use my software degrees. Again, was I successful? I'm not sure. I'm leaving some questions open ended. After 11 years in the hotel industry, I said, "Ki bas ho gaya abhi, I want to do something else." And my boss also was making my life hell. So I thought, let me take up another job. That is when I got a call from Avalon Aviation. I said, wow, what a company to work with. Now I'm going to really, do good. Two rounds of interview I cleared, and because my boss was troubling me, I resigned from that just to realize that I did not get into Avalon also. My world came crashing down yet again because left the job. I don't have a job in my hand. Not that I'm, hand to mouth, but I wanted to work. So my life again crashed, came to a standstill. But then, they say that God had other plans. Got a call from ICICI Bank. I had never thought that I will work for a bank. Science student. कॉमर्स से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, बैंकिंग में कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. So I was like, why do I even go for an interview? But my husband pushed me, at least, go for the interview and come and see what happens. To realize that I cleared 3 rounds of interviews, all the tests, psychometrics, and everything I cleared, and I get an offer letter in my hand, which was more than double the salary that I was drawing at Taj. 6 years in ICSI, a good promotion. Again, I wanted to take a break because my daughter was in the 10th standard. So again, I had to stop my career. But I was not somebody who could sit. So in the 2.5 years that I was not professionally engaged with a corporate, I started my own business. So I was an entrepreneur. I started dealing in gift articles and also managing projects for other people. So I was a project manager for people on freelancing basis. And then when again I wanted to get on back to the job, the corporate world, I couldn't find a job that would best fit my requirement, my degree. But job to karna hi tha, so took up. Again, there came an opportunity where the bank was starting another department and they needed somebody like me. When I heard they needed somebody like me who had the banking experience of the past, who had creativity, I said, if needed somebody like me, why not me? So I plunged into that to realize that good smooth 3 years and then another 3 years into another role. 7 years in the banking, again at RBL, three promotions. But again, after 7 years, I started feeling that I am getting to a standstill. जितना मैं input दे रही हूँ, I'm not feeling successful because I'm not getting paid as much as the others in my, environment are getting. The others with my kind of experience, number of years of experience are getting. So somewhere I started feeling that I'm not successful. And that's when again I started looking out for another role to realize that I get a job with again another industry, that is the education industry. I worked with your group of schools for a few months here. Now, after 11 years, 6 years, 7 years, that kind of track record, here I was with a dream job, a dream salary, where I had started my professional career with a start salary of 4,000 rupees. Here I was now drawing 4 lakh a month. It for anybody who hears it to be wow. And that's a good break, a good organization. And for me also, when I joined, I was like, this is the organization that I'm going to now work till my retirement. Because now I finally feel that, I'm going to get that kind of a money that I need in my old age to take care of everything. And this is going to be good. But a few months down the line, I started realizing that I'm not happy. It was exactly the same situation like, in the movie Farhan Akhtar, Hrithik Roshan, when they go diving, and then when this, I forget her name. What's the actress's name? Sorry. So when they deep sea diving, they go. Gunjan, you're saying something I can't hear you.
Katrina Kaif.
Katrina Kaif. Thanks, Gunjan. So Katrina, when she asked, Hrithik Roshan, why don't you feel happy when you get a paycheck? That was the exact same thing that happened with me. For many people, I was successful, but to myself, I was not. many things parallelly kept happening in my professional life also. Today, in the last 1.5, 2 years, I'm into training and development, and I'm every day creating new content for some training program or the other, either on a one-on-one level for some corporate, for an NGO. I know my salary is nowhere between, or my remuneration is nowhere between the 4,000 and 4 lakhs. But every day when I get up with a smile. I feel happy. So am I successful? Again, for thinking. So from you, I want to know, what is your definition of success? If you say you're successful, why do you say you're successful? Or why do you say that you are still yet to be there? Anybody would like to share? People, I would really urge you all to be on camera, because then I understand that you all are listening to me and I get some clues whether I'm making sense, not making sense. It's not only the verbal communication, but your non-verbal communications, your body language, your face language will tell me a lot. So if you all can please be on camera, and by raise of hands, if anybody wants to share, what is it that makes you feel successful? Yes, Sunita.
For me personally, I define success as whatever goals that I have set for myself, whether I have been able to achieve. So I myself have started something new, um, um, commitments and all. So if I'm able to reach them or attain that goal that I have defined for myself, then I consider myself successful. So that is why I said 50-50. So as a mother, as a wife, uh, I have the relationship there. So I call myself successful. All of us are work in progress. So I'm not going to say that I'm an expert at that. Each day is a new learning experience, but I have reached that. I have that understanding which I want. So that is successful. So
Thank
professionally, because I'm trying to build something for myself. So therein I say that yes, the success that I want to achieve has not been achieved as yet. From that
you.
perspective.
Okay. Thanks for sharing, Sunita. So professional and personal level, relationships and profession. These are the two, areas in which you are seeing yourself as successful, not successful getting there. Yes, Gunjan.
Like similar what you
Gunjan,
have.
you're on mute, I guess.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
So it's very similar to what you have shared, that a paycheck didn't make you happy the way the things make you happy when you help someone, when you guide someone, or maybe someone's life has been transformed because of your words or your guidance. So little bit similar of my story, that I started with a very good bank, then in Big Four. I when I like left my job last year, I was earning really well, and it keeps on going. But every time, and that time also, I feel successful because I passed my C exam, then moved to Big Four and working with very good team and exposure, UK, US exposures, and India exposure. So I'm not saying that I'm not feeling successful at that time, but yeah, there's something is missing. It's like something is missing. You are reputed in terms of the, in front of family, in front of your friends. You are already being, just as you mentioned, that you are successful in their eyes, that you have a very good degree, you are earning well, you are working in a very good company, and you have everything. So तुम्हें अब क्या चाहिए? Like, you have everything what you want, which everybody is dreaming of. You have everything, but what we want is something we only knew about it, and we are just chasing of all these things. So I quit my job to take this risk last year, also to take care of my little one as well. But the main motto is not only because of the little one, but also I want to searching about myself or my inner self ki क्या मैं रिस्क ले सकती हूँ? Am I able to take that risk to quit the high paying job and take whatever I want to do? Maybe that will go well or not, I don't know at that point of time. Even also today also I'm exploring, but after doing all these things and I'm exploring today, I'm doing so many emotional work and communication work for children. I have done, and they have been impacted by my words. There, I got very good feedback from their parents and the children itself, and I'm counseling one child of like anger issues or introvert. So I was not aware ki this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I'm exploring, and by the exploration it's almost a year I quit my job. And by the end of this year, like the completion of that year, I'm exploring and I've got to know that this is what makes me happy. This is what,
Nice.
and there is money also in this field. There is no field nowadays where you cannot earn money.
Yeah.
So money is there, but this is what makes me happy when some children parents called me out of the context and give me so much of good feedback कि हमें we didn't imagine कि हमारा बच्चा इतना अच्छा बोल पा रहा है, या अब वो
Yeah.
एक्सप्रेसिव हो रहा है, या something. And I got the work based on that word of mouth
Nice.
and something.
Yeah.
So this is what i I can say right now is my real success.
Yeah,
I
very good.
want to
Thanks
do it.
for sharing that, Gunjan. And I completely hear you and feel you, because that's what I have also been going through. You are much younger than me. At the age of 50, I took that risk. But believe me, that every day other people think that probably I did something wrong. I feel no, I know what I'm doing, and I feel the most successful today. Okay, so for others in the team, while Sunita and Gunjan are going to talk to me, and as they usually do, if you do not participate, then I feel that it will not be a successful endeavor to meet today. Spending this 1 hour, you've already removed this 1 hour to give to yourself for your own self growth. Participation will only make it better. It only will take you 1 inch closer to success. And there's nothing right or wrong about it. See, I was talking and I suddenly forgot the name of the movie, that Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. I forgot the name of the characters and all that. So because I forgot, I'm not successful. Okay, the idea is about speaking. So we all are speaking, sharing, unless and until you all raise your hands. Yes, Nidhi, thanks so much for raising your hand. Can I get some idea from you? Nidhi, you're on mute, I guess.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, my story is, I think, completely different than what Sunita and Gunjan are saying. Okay, that is something which should have been the ideal thing to do, and like it should have been followed in that way. But I am in a position whereby I feel that I'm successful because I'm able to take decisions of decisions in the way I want to take it. I am feeling in control of myself. But at the same time, when it comes to reality around me, when it comes to the reality check, there is so much of confusion. There is so much of clarity which I need. At times I feel that I have that clarity, but when I start doing it, I do not have that confidence. I shake. Words of like I'm still not in control of. I'm not able to control that when people give comments or remarks, especially the closed ones. I still get moved by those, but still at some point at the back of my heart, I am happy. So I feel that I'm successful, but I am not like I cannot when I measure it through some goals, I am not really sure that where am I.
Okay. Okay, thanks for sharing, Nidhi. And I loved the way you said back of my heart and not back of my mind. Our usual, parlance is back of the mind. But you chose, I'm not saying that you said it by mistake. You chose to say back of my heart because somewhere in your your mind and your heart are not aligned. Your mind is saying something else because your mind keeps on always comparing. When I say your, I mean everybody. Our mind always keeps comparing with everything that is happening around us. Okay? But our heart knows what it knows and what it needs. So I really love the way you said, in my heart. Two, I hear you completely. And we will see this exercise today of meeting again is also spending time to see. When we talk about success, we said, how successful are you in life? How successful are you? When we say life, what do we mean? Once. Okay. Our life is divided into 8 parts. So when we see the circle or the wheel of life, when we say we are successful, currently probably we are saying in one of these parameters, either professional or personal life, or both. But our life is not made up only of professional and personal. And also, when we say personal, we have all spoken about relationships and relationship with family. But are those the only relationships we are supposed to have or we have? Our relationship with others, our relationship with our better half, our relationship with our parents, our boss, our work environment. So when we see the wheel of life, today let's take 10 minutes and do this exercise, spend some time and see if my life is a summation of these 8 things, whether it is my physical environment. When I say physical environment, is where I live, the house in which I live, the area in which I live, the city in which I live, my friends and family. How are my relationship with my friends, my family? Do I meet my friends? Do I have time for my family? Where am I in my career and my profession? Am I doing a job which I love to do, or am I doing it because it pays my bills? Am I getting good profits in business and that is why I'm doing this business? And I'm stopping my career growth in other areas. I know I can do something else, but abhi filal in this I'm getting good money. I'm doing that and I'm happy. Am I happy? I'm getting good profits, but am I happy? What am I doing for my personal growth? I love listening to music, but am I spending some time listening to music? Do I make time to go on a trek? Do I get time to read a book? What am I doing for my personal growth? How is my romance with my partner? Do I have the time to sit and talk to my partner one on one and discuss just ourselves and not issues and responsibilities? Do I take time out specifically to be with my partner and my partner understands me and I understand my partner the way it should be? Do I take care or am I in charge of my physical health, mental health, and emotional health? What do I do? Like for me, when I was working, I was in the corporate world for 27 years. I always thought, Abhi to time nahi, I don't have time. How can I go for a walk? How can I join a gym? When I leave my job, I will do X, Y, Z. I will go for a walk also. I'll join the gym also. I'll do yoga also, everything. But am I really doing that? For all of us, our definition of success is I'm at point A. Ideally, I should be at point B. So when I reach point B, I call myself successful. So sometimes we do not, in certain areas, so we do not know also what is point B. In certain things, we know what is point B, but we don't give it our all to reach point B. And while we are on the way, we still are miserable. What am I doing for fun recreation? Am I just 9 to 5, whereas no job today is 9 to 5, is 9 to whatever? But am I removing time? Am I going on a holiday once in a while? Weekends, am I spending time? I'm doing something for recreation. I love going to movies, but am I spending those 2 days just finishing my chores and fighting over responsibilities? Or I'm actually making time to have some fun, some recreation in my life? How are my finances? I'm getting a good pay. I'm getting good profits. Are they taking care of my wants and needs and everything else? Or I'm just hand to mouth? Or I have surplus, but I don't know what to do about them? Okay, so let us grab a pencil, paper, pen, whatever you have. I'll give you a minute to grab a pencil, paper, pen, whatever you have. Let us see that if on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we on all these 8 parameters? It is my life. I divide my life, which is a circle, in 8 parts, and each of the part, let me give at least 1 full minute, that is 60 seconds to think. On a scale of 1 to 10, where am I? Over here, this is just for representation purpose. I want you to draw your circle, and then on every parameter, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. So basically, these are 8 areas. I would give you 8 minutes. If anybody has any questions in between, you're free to raise your hands and ask. But I really want you're already here for an hour. Spend this time, make it successful for you, make it, worthwhile joining this session. I would again urge people, I don't know why y'all are not coming on camera. How would it feel if I put myself off camera? I mean, for all those people who are in office or who are traveling or who really cannot come on camera, I understand. But for the rest of them, I would request you all to please be on camera. So think about it. Finances, family, personal growth. What are you doing? Where do you think you are? And see, it is, you're not going to be sharing this with anybody. It is for your own self.
So
So
we have to give it a score on 1 to 10
on a
ka
scale of
scale.
1 to 10, yeah. So
This
on finance,
10 is the best.
I would leave it to you. So one,
No,
yeah, on
means
this
1
scale,
is
yes,
the
1 is,
least and 10 is the
yeah, 10
best.
is the, yes. So
Okay.
1 is the least and 10 is the maximum. This is your 8-10 minutes for your self-reflection, evaluation. Any questions, you're free to ask. And I'm not going to ask you to share any of it. So it's for your own consumption. There is nothing that you need to share on the group or with your others or colleagues. So otherwise, so we all are so busy in our lives, in our responsibilities and everything. You've got this 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Make the best use of it.
Yeah, I want to ask one question about this second parameter, physical environment.
Yes, Abba. So when I say physical environment, I mean the house that you live in, the society that you live in, the city that you live in. How happy, how satisfied are you?
Okay.
So do we mean is it that we have to imagine that what do we think is the best of the things and then compare our current situation in all these parameters?
Yeah. So Nidhi, when you said that you are successful or not successful, there is something that you thought about, right? So
Okay.
while there was no guidelines or you do not have like a strict parameter or a table or a scale, but you still had a virtual scale somewhere, in your mind, which said that, okay, I actually wanted, say, Hyundai Creta car, but today I have a Hyundai i20. I have a car. So if I check, if I was checking about, okay, on this parameter, how happy I am, how successful I am. So I would rate myself probably a 4 or a 5. Because in my mind, I was like, ideally, I wanted a Creta. I'm happy that I have a car, but it's a i20. You're getting me? So what you're saying is correct. So we all have certain things. Okay, when I get this, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to label myself as successful. When I actually come down to a weight of 60 kgs, I feel I will be successful on my weight parameter, on my physical, the same. So today, am I successful or am I not successful? I would say no. Yeah. Does it, did I confuse you or does it clear your doubt?
No, that helps.
Hmm.
But actually, the problem is that I've never been that person who would be like, I want this particular thing for myself, kind of. So
Okay,
since
that's
I do
very
not
nice
have
to
that
learn.
parameter, it's like whatever I'm having, I'm happy with it. Like it's good only that I'm having at least all the
Do
basic
you,
necessities.
so do you mean to say that on all the parameters, on all these 8, parameters, you rate yourself as a 10? You're successful in everything?
Not 10, but 6 to 8 on an average.
Yeah, that's exactly I'm trying to come to the point. So, yeah.
Mhm.
So rate yourself, whatever you feel.
Okay.
You may be a satisfied soul. Okay, okay, whatever I have, I'm happy with that. But still, you may be having some aims, some goals, some ambitions in life, right? So there is a gap between what you have and where you want to be. That is what I want to think. And that is where, which defines our answer of being successful or not successful, or maybe in most cases.
Here also, I am thinking that some parameters are not in my control.
Hmm.
Let's say you have given romance,
Hmm.
and if your not partner is not romantic,
Hmm.
so how will you scale this?
Currently, I just want you to scale it. You romance. So you're saying you're romantic. Your partner is not romantic. How do you
Okay,
scale this? How do you feel your romance life is on a scale of 1 to 10? Or you're saying it's
okay,
0?
okay. So
Just on the lighter
whatever
side.
we are getting or not, just
Yes.
doesn't matter. We have to scale ourselves only.
Yeah. So you're not feeling successful on that parameter, right?
Yeah.
Suppose, your definition of romance is your husband sitting with you with a cup of tea every day and you're just chit chatting. That is your,
Okay.
I'm
Right.
saying, for example, definition of
Correct.
romance. Okay. So if that happened, then you probably would rate yourself as a 10. But now what is happening? Your husband is not available to you. He does have a cup of tea, but he's in a rush. He's not there available to talk to or whatever. So you're feeling incomplete. So maybe you're at 1, 2, or 3. I don't know.
Okay.
So you have to think about it in this way. Yes, all of these parameters have to do something with an external factor as well,
Yeah. True.
right? I understand that. So currently we are keeping that aside. Yeah, that is a factor. Taking into consideration that factor also, where am I on the scale?
Okay.
If first, let's rate and then we will go to the next step.
Okay. So like mine is 7 to 8. I'm rating myself in between 7 to 8.
See, there is nothing right or wrong about this. Again, everybody's scale will be different.
Yeah.
Something that I feel successful for me, my idea of romance would just be to go on a drive without thinking where I'm driving with my husband. Okay. And if I manage to do that every weekend, I would feel, okay, I am successful in my romantic life. For somebody else, It would be no, no. If we go on a drive, we have to go to a fancy restaurant. He has to buy me flowers. He has to buy me gifts. Even if he buys me gifts, he has to buy the expensive most gifts from good brands and all. So everybody's level of being satisfied or feeling success is different.
Correct.
Okay. I cannot compare my table, my chart with your chart.
Yes, absolutely. So
So
that is why
basically,
I
it's
was
how
asking.
satisfied we are in
Yeah,
each of
correct,
these
Yeah.
aspects.
So how
correct.
successful we think we are in each of these. So
And
I think most
apart from that, at times, like, so, let's say today, right now, I'm in a good mood. So I would be rating everything good, good, good. But then, let's say I had some fight, and then after that, if I sit over here, I would be like,
yes. Nidhi, I'm so happy that
this
you're
is
saying
also,
all this because
this
this,
is also low, this is also low, this is also low, this is also
yeah.
low.
So if others in the team, others in the group also are listening, how how our mental state also affects. And that is why I'm saying currently, from a very non-biased point of view, just think about each parameter and write from a realistic point of view. And yes, our emotional state, our mental state does affect how we rate ourselves. But that is again another topic, a beautiful topic that can be covered for some other time.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
what I understand from this is related to like for yourself only, myself only.
Yes.
Means like, let's say the example of health. How much you are focusing on your health?
See, we are talking about my success, not success.
Hmm. Understand
My
now.
success is what should bother me. My success is for me to define. Yeah.
Comparing
So
success
once we are through with that, can we move ahead? Now tell me who scored, how many of y'all have scored 10 on 10 on everything? Wow. Nidhi, you scored 10 on 10 on everything? Superb.
No, that was for we can move forward.
Okay, 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 okay. So see, if others don't participate in the chat box, can I get some this thing? What has your average score been like? Or what is the lowest that you okay, chalo, let's see. Which is the lowest score and in which parameter? In the chat box, please. Which is the lowest score and on which parameter? Health and finances says Gunjan. What is the score? Lowest that you're saying? Health and finances. Okay. Nidhi is saying career. Sorry, I'm revealing the scores. I hope you all don't mind. See, if you do not respond, I'll take it as you all are not minding. Bhargavi says romance. Anjali, career, health, parameters which are in my control. I'm 9 out of 10. Abha, again, it's a very diplomatic answer. Okay. And I don't think any of the parameters are solely under our control alone. So, yes, but then I would not say it's a yes, no, right, wrong. It's for you to think about. Komal says career. And which is the parameter on which you all have scored the highest? Gumbar says lowest in career as I quit my job to raise my daughters well. Health and personal growth, Bhargavi, good. Physical environment, Gunjan, romance. Sunita, family, personal growth. Anjali says physical environment. Okay, so we all have different scores on different parameters. Let's take another 5 minutes and see what we know where we are now. We know, okay, these are the 8 parameters. Let's make a table. Again, with a pencil paper or pen paper, let's make a table. Write down these 8 parameters. Write down the score that you've given yourself. So say if you set your physical environment, it's a 9 on 10. So physical environment, besides that, write 9. Then write the reason why you say 9. So maybe, you're living in the best of the society. You are living in, your ideal house makeup is like, say, 3 BHK, and you're living in that and you're very happy. But you rated 9. Are you happy? You feel successful at 9, or you want to go to 10? If you want to go to 10, can I have people on mute, please? Sunita, can you mute everybody, please? So the first column would be the parameter. The second would be, how did I rate myself? 2, 4, 10, 9, whatever. The third column, let's write down why do you feel you're at a 2, 4, or 9, whatever rating you gave. Then the last column would be, where do you want to go? Sorry, the second last column would be, where do you want to go? So if you feel I'm at a 2, but if I reach a 6, I will be successful, then put that rating. That to me on this parameter, the scale is not 1 to 10, but for me, I'm at 2. If I go at 6, I'll be successful. Now there is a gap between 6 and 2. You have to still scale 4 ladders. So what are the steps that you are going to be taking to minimize or to reach to that 6? Some actionables. What am on my romantic life, if I'm at a 5, but I want to be at a 10, from my side, I cannot work on my partner, but from my side, what are the efforts that I'm going to put in so that this 5 to 10 ka jo difference hai gets, scale, and I reach that 10. Exact actionables. What am I going to do? Because what I'm going to do is in my control. Like, right, Abha? So what is that actionable that I'm going to do? What is that actionable? So 2 to 3 practical actionables that I'm going to do to reach to where I want to reach. So 5 minutes, I want everybody to write, please. See, again, I'm saying you've already invested this time. So I hope you're not just, since you're not on camera, I cannot even see or confirm that you are sitting and listening to me, but you're doing it for your own good and for your own personal development. And remember, personal growth, personal development is also one of the most important parameters in the circle of life or the wheel of life. I have a good job. According to me or according to the world, am I happy? Am I, when somebody asks me specifically, are you successful in your career? Are you successful in your health? Again, this is not, something is for anybody else. It's for our own reference. Time to reflect, time to, think what we are doing, where we are, where we want to be, and what are the exact actionables that we are going to do to make sure that we reach our goal. for all those people who are on camera, there is a free gift that I will be sharing with you all after the end of the session. Sunita, I'll need help on giving me the names of people who are on camera. Thanks. Okay, so anybody would like to share? I would be glad if somebody would like to share at least one or two parameters and how they've worked their table. Yes, Abba, would you like to share? Abba, unmute yourself.
Yeah, in the like when right now I'm working on my health. I'm taking some actions to improve my health. I'm working on my personal growth. So I like for the small parameter that you had given to us, I'm taking some actions on each.
So if you can please share exact actionable, because that will help other people also, think, acha, this is the actionable. So if I say help, now for me, for example, I had decided I had joined the gym also, but something happened in my personal space and I can't go. So now I make it a point that at least 20 minutes a day, I am going to do some movement at home. After every meal, at least for 10 minutes, if possible, I will go down. If not possible, at least in the house, I'm going to walk. So these are exact actionables. For my personal growth, I love listening to music. So while I'm doing my chores, I switch the radio on. I'm going to make sure, because I'm a vocal communication and a vocal artist, I need to practice vocal communication and speaking aloud every day. So at least 20 minutes every day when I'm reading any book, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to read aloud. So these are exact actionables in each area. So have you defined the exact actionable? See, if we give jargons, we are not going to reach anywhere. So if I say I'm at Andheri and I want to go to Bandra, now Bandra is 4 stations away from Andheri. If I need to go to Bandra, I need to define whether I'm going to go. If I have to reach now, say it is 5 o'clock, I need to reach there by 6 o'clock. So I will take it the easiest, the fastest mode of transportation will be the train. I will take a 5:39 train to reach Bandra by 5:49. And that is how I will reach my destination by 6 o'clock that I want to reach. You getting me?
Yeah.
Listen, until I don't define it, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to reach. On the GPS also, we need to exactly mark the location where we want to reach. If you want to call in Ola, Uber, whatever, you need to exactly pinpoint the location where you want to go. For us too, in any of these parameters, if we want to see progress, then we need to exactly define what is progress and how I'm going to make that progress. Anybody else? Komal? Madhavi?
So for personal growth, there is something which I want to improve on by reading books on a daily basis. Even if it's just 5 pages, I want to build a habit whereby I'm reading books daily
Okay, so
so
daily,
that
which
my content improves
good.
and and my vocabulary also improves.
Okay.
This will also give me different perspectives and um, different insights into uh, how to do certain things. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Nidhi. So you know why you want to do it, how you're going to do it. Now you need to define which book you're going to pick up, what time of the day. Okay, so you can write it down to the T. But again, there is one more thing. Now, while I have defined that, I will feel successful if I start reading 5 pages every day. If I'm reading, if today there is something that comes up which is very urgent and I'm not able to read, tomorrow if something comes up and I'm able to read only 3 pages, on certain days I have more time and I read 6 pages, will my level of success start wavering? Will I call myself successful if I'm reading only 3 pages? Or will I call myself
Till the
unsuccessful?
time I have been able to compensate it, it's fine.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Till the time I'm able to compensate it, it's fine.
But fine by whom? By you or by others? Because nobody else would know
By
what is your table, right? What
by
you
me,
define.
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. So most important thing is my success is for me to define. And it is not about, see, success is very important. First of all, if I have to succeed, I need to make a resolution, whatever I need to do. Nobody else can do it for me. But it is also important to be able to adapt. So my ability to adapt is the key to success. Today, I do not have time. Do I sit and sulk over not being able to, spend 10 minutes and being able to spend only 2 minutes? Or do I say, okay, I at least read 2 pages. Tomorrow, I'm going to make sure. So it's very important to have the ability to adapt. For me, for example, in my professional life, from service industry to banking industry to my own business to education sector to again into training on my own, people otherwise will look at me as from defining me from the parameter of only the finances that I was earning. But for me, I am successful because also I was able to adapt to each environment. Even within the same organization, I have moved different roles. And why was I successful? Because I had the ability to adapt, right? I'm sure when I'm talking about all this, you all also must be reflecting on certain things that have happened in your life. So first, I need to define my success. I need to define what I want to do. And I need to have that enthusiasm and that persistence to follow my dreams. Failures, again, are not detrimental. They are sometimes the biggest stepping stones to success. For me, I feel if I would have been a doctor, I would have been a disaster. So, for many of my friends who know that I wanted to be a doctor, I'm unsuccessful because I'm not a doctor. But for me, because I failed at becoming something, I discovered my true potential in something else. And I should feel happy, right? Success is
I would
dynamic.
like to add something. Can I add something here?
Yes, Nidhi. Yes,
Or
yes.
after you've
No,
completed?
you can add something.
So I recently watched someone who was talking who was talking about how to build confidence. Okay, and there's one very extremely good thing which he told, which is when you set your personal parameters, also track
Yes.
them on a daily basis. So for example, when I say that I want to read 5 pages daily, I should also be tracking that Monday 5 pages, yes or no, Tuesday how many pages, Thursday how many pages, so that eventually today I might feel that I am not able to do something, I missed out on something, but when I see it after a month's time, I'll be able to see that I am actually progressing, and my mind will make me progress even with a better or faster rate. Like the mind will also agree to it, yes, you are doing something.
Yes, yes, well said, Nitin. So, yes, I need to track my progress, but I need to track it from the point of view of making progress, of taking corrective actions where I need to. But if seeing that progress report, I feel as if, it's increasing my blood pressure because I'm seeing all red lines in my report card, then no. If that is going to make me feel heavy, if that is going to make me feel my momentum and my interest in doing that particular activity, then I should refrain from it. And also, like it is said, success is dynamic, it is not static. Now, today I may feel accomplished by reading. Now, today you're setting this thing, in 5 pages I will read. But tomorrow you may feel that no, even if you're reading 4 pages, it's doing the work that the objective is met. Then you may change. Or tomorrow you feel that after reading 5 pages also, my why I started reading 5 pages, that objective is not met. And I want to increase it to say 8 pages. Then this is what is called as dynamic. It's always, if we say that, uh, if we stop changing, then we just stop. Everything stops. If we stop progressing, if we stop thinking. So you may reach for you a 10 today, tomorrow it may look like a 5. Okay. So for me, when I bought my first car, I was happiest. I was 10. But after a few years, it was a 5. I wanted another car. Was I wrong in the first place? No. But was I right in the second place? Yes, because that shows that there is a need, or there is what do you call, an inner want to grow. If you're static, you're dead. Whatever is static is dead. Are you getting me? Yeah. So which definition do you aspire to live by now? If you have to succeed at anything, believe me, you have to psych yourself out. Only you can do it. How much ever the others tell you that, okay, you need to start walking every day, you need to have better relationships with people. It's not going to work unless and until you are going to do it. And whatever you do, you need to actually give it your best. Again, what do you mean by best? On a scale of 1 to 10, again, if I say that I am working on my health, but I cheat, I have the time to go down to walk, but I sit and watch TV, then it's not like taking care of, you know, my scale, my destination, my success. So if I have to take care of my health, if I have to ensure that my BP is in control, my weight is in control, everything, all my parameters, health parameters, then I need to take utmost care of everything. I need to do everything on my scale at 10. Most people give up. Okay. We were rushing for a train. It was an 8:59 train. And if I would take that train, I would reach my destination by 10 o'clock for a meeting, which could give me a good job. But then I was at 8:58 at the station. I was like, I'm not going to get the train any which ways. Let me walk slow. Just to realize that train was 3 minutes late, and I could have got if I would have walked at a normal pace. Sometimes also it's like we do not know that, okay, just after breaking these, we've broken so many walls and so many limitation of ours. Just now, our success is just 1 inch away from breaking another wall, and we'll be there. So most people give up at the last minute. Who knows the limit? We know the limit. When to give up? When actually we have given it our all. So yes, success is the ability to set meaningful goals, but those goals and everything has to be in alignment with who we are, what we value, and how we want to live. Anybody would like to read besides Abha, Nidhi, Sunita? Takeaways from today's session, just 3 pointers if somebody wants to read. Come on, reading is not difficult. BJ, Komal, Dhruvi, anyone?
Yes, I may.
Yeah, who's that?
Hmm.
Anjali?
May I, Suman?
Yes, Aman.
Being who you are without apology. Success is waking up every day excited to live the life you have chosen, one that brings meaning to you and makes a difference to others. It is about progress, growth, and contribution, not perfection or comparison. Success is feeling proud of who you are and what you do without needing to prove anything to anyone.
Does it make sense?
Yes,
Yes.
Because success is
very
very
true.
simple. It is just about doing what is right, the right way, at the right time. We overcomplicate things. Okay, so let's make sure that our success is our own to define. We do the best we can to make sure that we reach that gap, take proper actions in all the 8 parameters of life. And those parameters can also be different for different people. Okay, but in each parameter, if I am successful in my professional life, I am earning a lot of money, but if my relationships I'm not taking care of, if I'm spending a lot of time investing a lot of time in one kind of a relationship but neglecting the others, if I am not paying attention to my health, if I'm not paying attention to my personal growth, or I'm going on trek every weekend, but that family time, my family is waiting for me, am I successful? So there are questions we all need to ask ourselves, that when we define that we are successful or we are not successful, which parameter are we talking about? Are we talking about 1, 2, or 3 parameters, or we are talking about all the parameters in general? And if we are feeling we are yet to be there, what are the action steps that we are taking? Okay. So for today, we are already at 5:15. If anybody has any questions, I would like to take. For all those people who are on camera, a 20-minute clarity call with me is free. I will share my Calendly link. Okay, you can connect with me and we can have a chat on whatever topic you want to talk about. So I'm a life skill and creativity coach. Any question, any deep burning issue, or you just want a year, I'm here. I'll share the Calendly link, and this 20 minutes of clarity call will be free for you. Yeah, thank you. And any
Thank you
questions I'm
so
ready
much.
to take for today. Thanks, Gunjan, and thanks, Sunita, for this opportunity. You're
Anybody
on
has
mute.
any question or we are good to go? I guess we are good to go. So thanks a lot, Almas, for this wonderful session. This is really a eye opener for all of us that we assume that success is defined by 1 or 2 parameter, but now we come to know that success is defined by 8 parameter and the ranking of that parameter is like our own choice. It's not defined by anyone else. So thanks for this wonderful clarity. And I hope that all participants get this clarity as I am getting the same. I'm over to you, Sunita, for the vote of thanks and the certificate of appreciation. Over to you, Sunita.
Thank you so much, Gunjan. Thank you, Almas, for a wonderful session. As always, you bring in more foresight and different way of thinking on things. So the wheel of life and how each one of us is the um, artist and the sculptor for our own dreams and our own definition of success was very thoughtfully brought out. My takeaways were the fact that we have to be flexible. We have to recalibrate our definitions at any point of time, as well as it has always got to do with what you dream. So success for you is your definition of it, and not uh, be governed or defined by the expectations of the people around you. So thank you so much. I am so sorry. I'm having some technical glitch at my end. So I'll be sharing with you the certificate of appreciation for taking the time out. But at the present moment, I'm not able to share that with you.
No problem, Sunita.
I
Thank you
also
so much.
thank I also thank the team, our Friday Fleet team, who have made it possible for us to provide this platform. And most importantly, to our viewers and our participants who take the time out and have sat through the session and engaged during the session and with your views. I would also request you all to share your feedback. I shared the link in the session in the chat. I'll also be sharing the link in the group. Please participate. Have join our WhatsApp group also. So there are other sessions that are being done on a weekly basis. So you'll be able to take advantage of those sessions as well. Thank you, everyone. Kunjan, back to you. Shall we wind up now?
Everyone, thanks Almas, thanks Sunita, thanks Friday Fleet, and happy weekend for all of you.
Thank you to all the participants who were on camera, off camera, or for all those who were on camera and actually participated. I'm sure the others who were off camera had their own, issues for not being on camera. But I hope and I wish that they have gained something, at least something out of this session to make it sound successful for them. Again, reflect back whether this was a successful endeavor or not for you. And if you would have any questions, I would be happy to take even after the session. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, Gunjan and Sunita. It's always a pleasure to be on this platform.
Same here.
It's a pleasure to have you and share your views.
Thanks, Sunita.
Bye.
Learn
Take
from you.
care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Have a
Bye.
great weekend, guys.
Have a great